Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be watching some more bonus content, and it's going to be the making of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh god, every time I say that title it makes me cringe. Yeah, it's going to be the movie for 2015, so yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see the production, the making of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Every time I say that. Yeah, let's check out the video. Let's go. Okay, this is gonna be cool. I want to see how it was made.
The first time the angry video game nerd appeared on screen in full character was the Jekyll and Hyde episode.
This game is fucking horrible!
And over 130 episodes later, it's still the running joke of the series.
Yeah.
I've never played a game so peculiar and frustrating. The childhood memory still sticks with me of renting the game from the video store based on the cover and then only being able to play it for a few seconds before shutting it off and then having to find something else to do for the whole weekend. It's memories like those that the AVGN series has to blame or thank for its existence.
Yeah.
My second review of the game was much more thorough,
Yeah.
but I still felt like I could have gone even further with making fun of the game.
Yeah, complete the
What
game
did the
like.
good doctor do to make everybody so upset? I could see the townspeople sitting at the local pub talking about him all day. Yeah, I see Jekyll. You see him? See him walking. He just keeps fucking walking. I don't like him. He's an asshole. He wears his underwear backwards. He has eyeballs for testicles.
Ever since I said that, I always felt like, wouldn't it be hilarious to actually see the people at the pub talking about Jekyll?
Yeah.
If I had more time, the review would have probably included scenes with live actors spoofing the game. But the idea never went away. I kept thinking about it, and then I thought, wouldn't it be great to do a separate video that's more like a short film or trailer? There's been Street Fighter the movie, the game, so why not Jekyll and Hyde, the game, the movie? Even while I was busy working on the nerd movie, I couldn't stop thinking about the trailer. It would be my ultimate tribute to the game that started it all. The pub scene was the first to be shot as early as December 2014 when my
Damn.
old buddy Kevin Finn was in town for the holidays. We had recently together both finished the nerd movie, which was by far the most complicated and difficult project we had ever done, so we wanted to wind down and do something a little easier. But of course nothing's ever that easy.
Yeah, nothing's
For the
ever
pub
easy.
scene, we had to either find a bar or make one. I decided to make one. It was just a corner with wallpaper, and I had to
Oh,
find all kinds
smart.
of props to decorate it with. It was very minimal, but it worked.
Yeah, better
Then
than
I
green
had to
screen.
acquire all the costumes. I tried to find the ugliest clothing possible to match the absurd colors from
Oh
the game.
god.
The whole trailer needed to have an aura of badness.
You puke
In the
this.
game, no one ever speaks, but if they did, I'm sure the Japanese to English translations would be horrible,
Yeah.
so we made sure everyone's accents were inconsistent. I let the actors do a lot of ad-libbing, which was a tradition with the old Cinemassacre films. The hardcore Cinemassacre fans will notice Kevin Finn and Rob Warden together again, who both previously appeared in Kung Fu Werewolf from Outer Space and
I've got to
Beer
watch
Man.
that.
My boxer briefs are stuck on the vent.
Afterwards, the project went on halt while I began working on new Board James episodes,
Oh, I
nerd
remember
episodes,
those,
and Monster
yeah.
Madness. 2015 was another typically crazy year with all these things going on at the same time. In the summer, I began working on the Jekyll trailer again. The biggest priority was the outdoor scenes before the cold weather would kick in and all the leaves would fall off the trees. That's the East Coast telling you, time's up. At this point, I still had to find all the locations, the props, costumes, and cast the film.
Yeah,
For the role of
damn.
Jekyll, I went with a professional working actor, Bradley Wren, who was perfect. And even though I never worked with him before, he got the Cinemassacre treatment of getting shit on. I bet Mike was happy for once it wasn't him.
Oh god.
For the explosion effects, we had to use a
Green
green
screen,
screen.
yeah.
Anybody who's ever used a green screen outdoors knows that the slightest wind will take it like a sail.
I've
After
never
the
used green
exteriors
screen
were done, We
outdoors.
found a place to shoot the interiors. We needed a place to hang a green screen for the Mr. Hyde shots and to construct sets for the laboratory and the bride's dressing room. Not to mention, we were also getting ready to shoot Monster Madness. Everything was happening simultaneously.
That's
I
insane.
put Kyle Justin to work on the set design. We needed to build something that resembled the
Oh,
laboratory
Justin,
from the
damn.
opening scene of the game.
See a
It was
builder as
funny
well.
taking that screenshot to the hardware store and asking them to match that color paint.
God.
Then I brought in as many props we could find to make it look like a mad scientist's lair. Finding all these bottles was a pain, and there's so many details you'd never think about, like adding all the scientific writing on the background. The final look was great. After it was all over, I never wanted to take that set down.
Nah.
This is exactly how science is done. Yeah, just mix things together and see what happens. Yeah.
The game always begs the question, what is the bride doing that whole time Jekyll is trying to get to the wedding?
I mean, he has had quite a day. Wonder how the bride's been doing. She's probably worried about, I don't know, her dress or the color of the fucking flowers or some shit.
That set also needed to be built, and for every little thing that appears in the background, you either have to buy it or make it. I tried painting a stencil on the walls, but then realized it takes forever, and I didn't have that many hours to spare, so I gave up.
damn.
Tara Demi as the bridesmaid and Jenna Horton as the bride were phenomenal. I let them ad-lib a lot, and it's a shame that so much gets left on the cutting room floor because it's only a trailer. The general guideline was that the bride starts out optimistic that Jekyll will get there in time, but grows increasingly more upset until she's breaking things. She had the most
Jesus.
fun job of all because she got to destroy the entire set.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Next, we shot the Hyde scenes.
Oh,
The
God.
makeup artist, Gus, did a great job
Yeah.
imitating the cover of the game.
That's
We wanted
incredible.
it to
Look
look
at
as
that makeup.
close as possible to the original face.
Yeah.
After that, I did a rough edit to determine how many creatures from the game we would need, and then numerous effects artists were put to work to make all the creatures. Some creatures were made to look specifically like the game, while others were more like inspired by the game. For the skull, I did a little stop motion, as if I thought I had time for that. The hardest thing about filming inanimate objects on a green screen is to figure out how to make them move without touching them.
Oh,
They needed
God,
to be
yeah.
surrounded by green at all times. The hand on the game's opening title always perplexed me. Whose hand is it and why is it there?
Yeah.
It's such a minor thing, but I decided to go all the way and get a mechanical creature hand made designed to look identical to the one in the game. You pull the
Wow.
levers and the fingers move.
That's
However,
pretty
the middle
cool.
finger was being stubborn. By October 2015, we were completely in post-production. The music had to have an epic trailer feel, but also sound like orchestral versions of the tunes from the game, which composer Derek Palmer accomplished so perfectly.
That fucking music.
In November, I gave the near-complete trailer a sneak peek to the fans at Retro Game Con in Syracuse, New York. It's important for me to see people's reactions. The
Wow.
more you see the trailer, the more things you might notice that are
Yeah,
from the game. Even
saw
when I
that.
wrote the narration, performed by epic voice of Honest Trailers,
Yeah,
I
I
made sure to
remember him.
include as many quotes inspired from the back of the box.
The classic tale of horror. Dual challenge in a world of demons. The deadly psycho wave. Good or evil.
The whole thing was a lot of work for something that's just an in-joke, but I loved it. It was the most fun project I've done in a while, and it was hard to keep secret for so long. Just to be clear, it is just a trailer, not for an actual film. Although I do plan to do more stuff like it in the future.
That sucks.
Making movies is what I do. It's a lot more work than reviewing games, but it's what I live for.
Yeah, I say let's start a petition and let's fund enough money for him to make this movie. Let's make it become a reality. Yeah. I mean, having a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde movie would be something totally new. It would be pretty scary. Nothing more scary than a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde movie based on the video game. I can think of nothing more scary. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.